How's it going, everybody? My name is Matthew, and for 3.5 years, I lived in a cargo van full-time so I could reboot my life. Along the way, I created some amazing memories and had some not-so-great experiences, but it all helped make me who I am today. Now, I am settling down and building a home for myself and my little girl while sharing my experiences and overcoming new challenges from van life to house life and everything in between. Welcome to VanlifePLUS.
Alright, it is time to start stripping away some of this rust on a good ship Lucky. I'm never going to get rid of it completely, but I do this maybe about once a year actually, just redo these rocker guards here on her. Like most vans of this age, they tend to get quite rusty down here, and I like to just sort of grind it off and touch it back up. It gives it a nice new-ish look for a while, and it's delaying the inevitable. Let's get serious. If I really wanted to solve this problem, you'd have to open up your wallet and spend a lot more money either doing it yourself with Bondo or repair kits, or you'd have to pay a body shop to do it. And that, depending on how bad the rust gets on your vehicle, you're either grinding down like what I'm doing and then painting it professionally, or you're actually physically removing big chunks of your van like this right over here, right? Cutting all this out and then having to get somebody to actually weld new metal on and then paint it up. And that's far more expensive than grabbing yourself a grinding wheel and some new paint and just patching it up. Less rewarding too, but that probably depends on who you are. If you're one of those people that just don't understand why I continue to fix up this specific van, or thinks that I should give this van up, get something new, right? This is just a rust bucket, XYZ reasons. Please, in the comments down below, please let me know the location of the place where they are just giving away new free vans that don't have to be maintained. I will happily go pick up my free van from this place that seems to be well known by everyone except me. If that's not a place that exists, listen, Linda, zip it and take care of your shit. A couple videos back, I picked up this grind wheel from Canadian Tire. I've never seen anything like it before, but it's nice and thick. It's specifically meant for stripping, right? So hopefully this will fit onto my grinder, which was MIA for the longest time, but we got her now. So we hold the lock here. Which one is the lock? It's been a hot minute. Yeah, it should be this one. Hello? There we go. Just gotta find the right spoot. There you go. And don't break your knuckles. Oh, but knock your phone around. That works. Get that loosened off. That out, this out. I might need to increase the guard here. I'm not 100% sure yet. Oh no. We should be fine. It fits. Excellent. Although, getting this in there and locking it down tight is going to be another story. Hello? How the heck is one supposed to do that? All right, hold the button on the back. It does still work. It's a lot deeper in there now for this little wrench. Oy! Again, don't rake your knuckles. that would ruin the day. I think we're on there good, right? Well, let's see. Purple wheel versus brown rust. And we're off. Just kidding. We're not off yet. I don't have a long enough extension cord to reach the outlet in the garage, so that's all right. This is why we built this into the side of the good ship Lucky. Let's come in here, turn our inverter on, gives us power to all of our outlets in here, inverter underneath the bed there. We've been out in the sun for a couple days now. We got a 100% battery with a charge currently coming in. Now, we can come out here, take our extension cord, plug it into the side. We got ourselves a big old mobile power box with AC power. Hiya, hiya, and hiya. Now we're off. Hello? Now we're off. Okay, yeah, wheel's working really good, which is great because it was like a $15 wheel or something, but it's taking it right off a lot easier than anything else I've ever used in the past. So look for the purple wheel. That's my best advice. Okay, just like these projects usually do, it's proven itself to be a lot harder than it ever is at the outset with what I assume it to be, right? This wheel, well, working great, just on this little section of Lucky. Maybe I'm pushing too hard, but I mean, Lucky's got a lot of rust, and this wheel is a shade of its former self, right? So that's a little disheartening simply because how expensive this wheel was. But again, it's sort of like polishing a turd, right? But it's my turd, so I don't mind. However, in doing this, definitely revealed that Lucky's car cancer has in fact spread. Down here on the door, right, we are almost all the way through and through. If I push too much harder in there, that's all gonna collapse it on itself just like that. So, I mean, it's to be expected. She's a 2007 Express, right? I did misspeak though about the whole like welding and cutting and whatnot. Like you could, that would be necessary on that like rear quarter panel or whatever, right? These are the doors though. So in theory, you could go a third route, which would be to replace the doors, and that might end up being cheaper. Although the Chevy Express doors are not the easiest to get on and off of these hinges, but I felt bad when I realized, so these are my doors. You could easily, quote unquote, easily repair the doors. But for now, no, I'm not gonna bust my back over this. We're out here, I'm out with my little girl. We're visiting my parents, her grandparents, and just trying to enjoy the beginning of the summer. So I'm not gonna stress myself out about this too much. I'm just gonna do a little bit more touch up with whatever that wheel will allow me to do. And yeah, then we're just gonna paint it. And yeah, like I said, polishing a turd. And then this will have to be addressed more than likely next summer if the good ship Lucky is still sailing the high seas, so to speak. So yeah, and then I've also been toying around with the idea of completely repainting Lucky. I want to do her all black. Black pearl, pirate ship colors. I don't care if it's going to make it hotter. I know people are going to come in the comments and be like, it's going to be so much hotter in the summer. Yeah, and moving right along. Turn on the fan. But yeah, I think I might want to do that just for her last stint here, you know? She was white when I first got her. We started with the hood, made it black. She always had this black stripe on her rocker panels, even when she was factory white. But again, if I went all black, I wouldn't have to worry about this nice straight line down here, which I always have to put frog tape or painter's tape or whatever on here, right, in order to get that separation. And that's just one more bloody headache, right? But if I just paint her black, it would make it a lot easier. I just use that rubberized rocker guard. I've only got 2 spray cans with me right now, so I don't think this will be something that happens in its entirety in this trip, but maybe chapter 6 here on VanlifePLUS is the repainting of Lucky throughout the entire chapter, because that's how I usually do things around here. But you can really see on the rear here where the paint is starting to come off, right? You can see her OG white underneath. It's kind of funny because it looks like this is like a brush stroke, but it's not. That white is underneath the beige. So, I don't know, that's where my brain's at right now. Probably what I'm going to do, because as time goes on, I'm getting less and less fussy about all this sort of stuff. At least on Lucky. She's been a very reliable ride for over 4 years. I would like to think part of that is the fact that our give a shit isn't where it needs. Our priorities are right, let's put it that way. You know, getting oil changes done, getting maintenance done, not wrapping her in pretty colors and whatnot. So just a little maintenance to keep her looking a little bit more presentable. Oh, Lucky, you behave yourself. We'll get that all repaired one day. I always forget, how bad is it on this side? Well, not nearly as bad, but there's still definitely some spots here, right? Same thing happening and whatnot. We'd have to mask around the diesel heater muffler to get this side, but now that I'm seeing and feeling, more importantly, just how daunting this job is, it's amazing that I forget this from year to year. I always think, oh, I'll just get a nice big, gritty wheel and it'll just strip it right off. It'll be super easy. Nay, that is not how it works. It always takes a little bit more elbow grease. I don't know if this side gets done this trip. Again, we're not in any sort of rush. Yeah! There's a lot of this too, right? Just sort of standing back and looking at the project and trying to come up with the best course of action. Because my intention was to just do the rocker panels, right? And I wasn't gonna go crazy. I was gonna put one strip of tape across it and then just use a piece of cardboard to cover up more as I went along. But if I'm not gonna replace the doors for over a year, if I'm gonna let that continue, I could even technically get a Bondo kit and try to fix that myself. It's not the worst. That might be something to do, but I don't want to leave the bare metal either off for the trip back to Calgary. I have 2 cans of this black paint. I think I could do cargo door 1, cargo door 2, and passenger door black. I wonder if I have enough to do that panel. Probably not. We'll get a better idea once I start painting. Again, this was not my intention, but here we are, and rolling with the punches and everything in this respect might be the best way to go about this. And speaking from experience, this is one thing that I hate the absolute most is when you're painting is the masking, right? Obviously you don't want to get paint on your windows, so those have to be masked off. But then doing stuff like this, and masking this off proper so this doesn't get covered in paint, going black, I don't care if my door handle gets painted black, All I have to do is put a little bit of tape, boop, just over the keyhole so those don't get covered. This might be what I'm doing, but what's going to be required first is a rip to the car wash just to spray her down and get all the schmutz off. And it's either these doors or it's the hood. Uh-oh, I hear a pirate princess calling me. Where are you? It's breakfast time? All right, I'm on my way. And this is where the opening shot came from. Because Editor Matthew's an adult and he can do whatever he wants.
Brooklyn, do you want milk or apple juice? Milk or apple juice?
My dad was playing golf during the filming of this scene. Okay. Mom's car. Just got a lot of work done to it, and actually apparently it's running very well. I'm gonna try and get a few things done around here before taking Lucky into the car wash to rinse her off, including but not limited to a trip to the playground oh so shortly. However, Mom's car, yes, I just got a big repair on it and it's running very, very well. And then of course, in typical all of our Lux fashion, it started throwing a coat again. I'm going to guess it's going to be the turbo-related code or the catalytic converter-related code, simply because she had a new catalytic converter put on a few months back, and it's like a third-party one, and it's not talking nice to the rest of the Buick. All right. You're like an OG character around these parts too, Buick. I was out ripping around in you when I was just looking to purchase Lucky. Pretty sure I have to have the engine. Let's see what happens. No. Yeah. P420 catalyst system low efficiency. There's 3 codes. A reminder for poor P420 and P. Yeah, so they're all. We can clear it for her. I got that super fun check engine light happening there. Bring this guy up here and just click. Yes. And it makes it go away. But it is a permanent code. It's going to keep coming back. I think she's just going to have to learn to live with it. See, the light's not back itself, but it just did a reread, and there now instead of 1 of 3, it's just 1 of 1 permanent. You would need a much higher grade scanner, I think, to get rid of a permanent code. So it's just the way it is. But hey, at least it's not the turbo code. That's progress. Well, the good news is that it's just the catalytic converter code, it's not the turbo code, so I cleared it, but it's still gonna keep coming back to haunt you. It's just the way it is. It's the price we pay for getting a deal on a catalytic converter. Better take a minute to come check on the putty tat. Hello, darling. Oh, how are you? Hey, you want a treat or two? Yeah, no, you're no dummy. You're staying down here where it's nice and cool. You know the scoop. Here. Yeah? Miss Penny. Oh, even gonna get up? Appreciate that. What do you think? Should we bring your water dish home with us? It's a nice little fountain. Only problem is there's no plug-in where we currently have your dishes at Tortuga, eh? Here. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo-doo. Whoop, you dropped it. Get your poop in a group, cat. You see one more? All right, here you go. That's another one. That's another one. Good girl. All right, I gotta go see a certain pirate princess momentarily. You stay down here and stand guard against spiders and any other nefarious beings, okay? Any other ne'er-do-wells? She's like, the only ne'er-do-well I see is you. Oh, no, hang on, sweetheart. Let me get this bed made up for you. Hang on. I know, hang on. One pillow, 2 pillow, 3 pillow, 4. I wonder if I have neck pain in the morning. All right, Miss Penny. There you go. I hear you. Back up on the bed. Slowly getting stuff organized. This is the reason why we brought the good ship Lucky on this trip, because we got really small containers of clothing to schlep back to Tortuga with us. Plus a duffel bag full of jackets and a container full of all sorts of odds and ends, which also includes my physical copy of Faulty Towers. I've talked about this before. Love this show. You see the towel up in the streaming room when I'm doing my live streams now. I'm so happy to see that I still had that physically. Not to mention the entire collection of Friends. Oh, hello, you joining me for this? I appreciate that. This in there, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, sir. Rebob. It's very much a work in progress right now. But we'll get there, and I'm sure my mom will be very thrilled to have all this shit out of her basement. Shout out to Mary as well. I'm also excited to finally have a place to put this awesome painting that she sent me forever ago. It's been here, staying away from the elements. Now we can get it put up in our home. You just want to be underfoot? Hello, you got the shadow of a selfie stick and a camera on you. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Okay. Time to go see the pirate princess about a playground. Bike tires definitely lost a lot of air over the winter. I absolutely hate filling bike tires. I've never had one explode on me, but they never fill me with confidence. Attach this. We got like Yeah, basically nothing. That seems good enough. It's not, but it's just such a high number for such a small tire. I'm more afraid of this exploding than I am of getting rusted metal thrown from a grinder into my eyeballs. Go figure. Come off, you prick. We did it. Right, bike? What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, this will be great for my back. Well, that's a different angle. Got anything in my nose? Nope, I think we're good. There you go. You're doing really good, Brooklyn. We did switch sides, didn't we? Careful, running over your foot. Come on, you. Good job. Come on. Oh man, I'm just riding back here because Brooklyn got hungry, showing some snacks and a drink, and riding back to get that stuff, and bike's chain gave up the ghost. Just snapped. Well, at least I got one ride in. Put it on the list of shit to do. She's still at the playground with Mom. The good ship Lucky's about to go for a rip. Lost sooner than I thought. All right, the pirate princess has been rescued. We got getaway girl loaded into the Jeep because I knew somebody would be too tired to ride back. Or sorry, that's right, I said Jeep, I meant Lucky. All right, you gonna go open that up? Where are you off to? Grandma went this way. All right, I gotta take Lucky to the car wash. I will be right back. All right, getaway girl, come here, you. You're still intact. Thank you. All right, on my way into town, and got to stop at the grocery store as well. Mom asked me to pick up a few things for dinner tonight. We're having pasta with chicken. Yum, yum. Also, I don't have any bloody tape. I have tape. I have tape. I have tape at Tortuga. I've got paper to mask stuff off. I don't have any painter's tape. So it's a good excuse to rip into Silverton and check out Silverton Building Supplies. Haven't been there in a hot minute. If you know, you know. And also we'll check and see if they have that paint that I bought. I don't think they do because I'm pretty sure the paint that I bought is like a Canadian Tire. I want to say an exclusive. It's probably not, but that's the only place I've ever seen it. But it's a good excuse to get out and rip up the road. Also got to fill Lucky up while we have her in town. But the first thing we'll do is stop at the car wash, wash her, so that then all of the driving to Silverton and back will dry her. Denver car wash. I'm already having second thoughts about all of this, but either way, I've got bare metal that I got to cover up, so I guess we're just going to power forward on this stuff. Yeah, let's do it. All right. $2. $2. Now, which one is it? It's either the toonie with the notch at the top, or it's the one without the notch at the top. Let's see. No notch. Hey, no notch works. Perfect. Away we go. Got all the way around the van. Just giving it a rinse. No soap or nothing. Okay, and I guess the silver. Dry the good ship Lucky off before painting her. Duh. Stomping grounds. How's it going today?
Good, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Can't help myself. Every time I'm in places like this, I gotta stop in this aisle and look at all this stuff. Ooh. Squirrel. I wonder. I also found this, which is another grinding wheel that goes into a drill. So we'll give this one a shot. Hopefully it helps me just kind of sort of finish up or even save it for the other side, whatever. It was $22. So it was more expensive, but it's a lot beefier. So I don't know. It's always good to have that on hand because it's going to become a thing, obviously. Got our tape, and I'm thinking, I saw somebody once say, you know, you could just use some of this frickin' spray foam to seal up those holes. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge because on the door, there's actually no backing. It's through and through, and you can see the like frame of the door on the other side of it. So maybe some cardboard or something, and then spray foam, and let that cure up overnight, and then take a knife to it, slice it down so it's flat, and then paint over it. That's kind of where my brain was at with that stuff. So we will see. Oh my goodness, it is so warm. Where are my keys? Lucky. Key dance. Nice. Cool me down, please. Back to New Denver. I was just about to sing their praises here because I've always been able to come here and just pump without having to prepay ever since that became a thing years and years and years ago, right? I hate that. I hate prepaying. It is what it is. Oh well, Lucky needs gas. I don't get to sing their praises anymore. It's just a regular gas station now. Nothing lasts forever. It is what it is. Hi. Good, how are you? Having a good day? Good, man. Enjoy the weather. This is a good excuse to just continue to carry cash on you at all times. Ah, well, let's see if we got a full tank out of it. Lucky. 4 lucky. $100? Yeah, basically. Oh, see, we didn't do it 3 times. And she failed. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. Might be a thing. Oh boy, everybody and their dog, which is not a lot of people, is at Newmarket today. Oh, there we go. This car is coming out. And everybody's spaced out in such a way that I would have to thread the needle to get the good shit Lucky between any of them. Let's bring Lucky right over here. Right next to the GMC, who's just about to leave. Perfect timing. All right. Pasta sauce, paper towel. I don't know, probably something else. Okay, yes, got everything Mom needed. I got her paper towels here. Got pasta sauce for tonight, and then I also restocked. Strawberries were on sale for $5. How do you say no? And then I also restocked our supply of Tortuga pasta. It's, well, the pasta supply at Tortuga, let's put it that way. Because if I say it the other way, it just sounds like I'm manufacturing pasta. And that's not the case. But this Caslow sourdough pasta. Caslow is just up the highway about half an hour from New Denver. It is awesome sourdough pasta. Obviously, it's in the name, and I'm repeating myself. It's very hot. But anyways, I got 1 bag for us tonight. Mom asked me to get this. And I got myself a bag of spaghetti and 3 more bags of rotini to take back to Alberta with me. And we are now resupplied, and Newmarket has been bought out. We'll have the rotini anyway. All right. Oh my God, fire up the engines and get that AC a-going. Phew. Let's see if she, well, let's not push her. Let's just do what we seem to think works. Until she doesn't work on the 3rd attempt, I'm gonna keep doing it 3 times. All right. Back at Mom and Dad's, and I'm actually going to put up my window blocker because it's hot enough. Like he's facing the sun. Not like I'm staying in here right now, but just got that feel where you just, no, I don't want that sort of heat inside the tiny home on wheels, you know? Just, there we go. Get it up there. We got it. We may as well use it. Okay. All right, schlepp the food in. And I guess we'll try to get Lucky prepped for some foam. Painting I might push till tomorrow if this foam seems like it's gonna be a big success, because why the hell would I want to paint twice? Okay, so I've used that new wheel to take some more rust off, made even bigger holes in the rocker panels out here on Lucky, and this is all theoretical. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going based off of instinct, previous experience, and having used this foam before and seeing how it sort of behaves. So down here on the door, I got this piece of cardboard here because, again, it is through and through, right? You see that hole there? And that's what we're gonna be trying to deal with here. So I got that little piece there that should come off no problem after the fact. Keep this sort of on there right now. And if we close this, should be left with, yeah, right? A little bit of a backing, and we're just gonna hit all of this with some of that spray foam, see what happens. I've also got a good chunk over here. I'm gonna try and get some in there just to see what we can do. Backyard repairs. Heck yeah, let's see how this goes. I mean, at the very least, we're gonna learn from this experience, right? For future stuff, and it's always part of the fun. All right, see what happens. I hear the pirate princess and her grandfather getting into some sort of trouble, as they do. Oof. So I'm not gonna need much. Stuff does expand pretty decently. Oof. Yeah? I'm over by Lucky.
Changing his oil again.
No, oil's done.
Hey, where are the bucks?
Where are the what?
Like, where are the wraps?
The ramps? We gave them to Uncle Byron yesterday, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He took them.
Huh?
He took them.
Where's that?
This is spray foam. I'm trying to give Lucky a little bit of a repair job here. She's got car cancer.
Car cancer?
Yeah, so she got some rust that's been eating away at her, essentially her skin. So we're just putting into practice a DIY solution here, and we'll have to see tomorrow if it'll work or not. You think it'll work?
Yeah.
Yeah? I like the confidence, kiddo. Thank you. Okay, and it's deja vu all over again, but we got it all masked off in preparation for tomorrow. Basically, as I said I would do it, right? And I'm just going to use a piece of cardboard to go along and like protect the windshield as I do this area. Same with these panels here. It's not going to end up pretty, but again, don't really give a shit. And we got our foam happening down here. This is a little hot, a little bit of a splooge. It's probably almost solid. Oh yeah, that can be easily picked up and thrown away now. Right? But yeah, we'll leave this overnight to let it cure up, and we'll cut both of these off in the morning as even as we can with the door. Again, not going to be pretty, but hopefully it gives us a little bit more structural integrity. Not much. It's really just going to be for looks, but I think it should work. I'm feeling pretty good about it. But yeah, for now, let's call that a wrap on today. And Lucky, we'll see you in the morning for the beginning of the second time of me repainting you.
Did the spray foam?
It's all hardened up, yep.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, just give it a little poke like this. See, look how hard it is.
Is it hot?
Oh gosh, no, it's not hot. See, nice and hard. So now I gotta get a knife and I gotta slice it all off. That's what I'm gonna do.
Are you in that knife right now?
That's what I'm doing.
Ooh, let's see if this one's dry. Ooh, this one is dry too.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long for it to dry up, that's for sure. In here, we should have, yes, a knife that will work very well, in theory, for removing foam from the good ship Lucky. Let's find out. I added some more down here last night. I started grinding a bit more rust off and discovered another hole, as one does. So, a little bit more spray foam, and hopefully this will just come off really simple. Well, as long as I'm not running the blade into shards of metal. Okay, so that's easy enough. It's never going to be perfect again with this sort of project, but get this as flat as we can, and hopefully we've gotten rid of some holes. All right, the cardboard backing on that one. Right? Coming right off. Smoothing it out. Lucky kind of looks like a crunchy bar. The foam, can you pick it up? Here you go. Yeah, grab the other piece too.
Is it wet?
No, it's not wet. It's all dry. Here. In there. Thank you.
And these pieces.
Kobe, good job. All right, now let's remove the cardboard. Oh, nice. This worked way better than I thought it was going to. Although, I don't know why it wouldn't. It's not pretty, but hey.
You know, I have one of those, but it's toy.
Toy what? Oh, the knife?
Yeah.
In your construction set or your tool set?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. All right. It is actually extremely satisfying to slice the foam and get it nice and flush with what's left of the body of the van here. It's a little... And Leatherman, I do. Just to even this stuff out a little bit. Twist. There we go. Yeah. And knowing that we're just going to cover it in black paint, I don't know, lends itself to the whole idea here. I wonder, you could probably take a light grade sandpaper and get this really fine, but you know, obviously we're not going to worry about that too much right now. I'm just going to seal her up with some paint. Good ship Lucky being held together by that which insulated her forever. All right, if I'm not mistaken, right back here, yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I come to talk with you. Let's see how far we can push it. Huh. All right, Miss B.
I'm right here.
You ready?
Yeah.
Come on, give it a shot. The red handle, you pull it just like a trigger on a water gun or anything like that. You hold this paint out like this, and I'll show you how it works, right? Hold it out. No, don't. You don't need to back away. When you pull the trigger, it pushes the paint out, okay? The most important thing is you got to make sure you keep moving. Keep moving. Don't just stop like that, okay? See how it makes a darker spot? We want to make sure it's nice and even. Nice thing is we're using black paint. It's going to be very forgiving. You want to give a shot? All right, my little lefty. Now it's going to be a little heavy. Come a little closer. You want to be about here. And then just what you want to do, start moving your arm. Oh, there you go. Sure. Now move, back and forth. There you go. You're painting Lucky. Get all the spots that are beige. Good job. It's coming along. I feel like I'm getting Lucky ready to do a heist. It's kind of like a weird, fulfilled fantasy of my little boy desires. Paint a van black. That's... Everybody just calm down. GTA, mother effer. I've also sort of given up on like blocking off the other sides here. I was using that piece of cardboard as I was going along to make sure I wasn't getting a bunch of overspray, but I mean, it's all gonna be black eventually anyway. Who really cares? Right? This is part of the fun now. Do whatever we want. I guess that's always part of the fun, hasn't it? Yeah. Looks absolutely terrible when it hasn't dried. But let's see what it looks like once I get the second can on and it's had a few hours to cure up. Okay, so it's almost been about an hour since the paint's been on there, and I ended up ripping through both of those cans, unfortunately, and now I find myself in a situation where planning would have just come in so much handier in this situation. I love the way it looks, don't get me wrong. I think this looks great, right? Like, obviously it's not finished. But here's the situation I find myself in. I'm in the middle of nowhere, British Columbia. Perfect place to be, except for when you need product like this. So about an hour and a half up the road, there is Nelson and Castlegar. There's a Canadian Tire in Castlegar, absolutely carries this paint. Turns out Napa Auto Stores also carries this paint, and there's one in Nelson on Front Street. But again, see the aforementioned hour and a half, and if you're not good at math, that's a 3-hour round trip. And that's already a trip that myself, Mom, and Brooklyn are doing in a couple days' time on Friday. Mom's got to take her rug in the living room in to be cleaned. As you do when you're in the Kootenays. Drive your rug an hour and a half to get it cleaned. And that wouldn't be such a big problem. You'd think, well, okay, well, on Friday when you go there, get some more bottles of paint, bring them back here, continue on. Because yes, I could leave this, but now that I'm seeing it, I'd really like to finish this, the hood, and the back, because this is proving to be a lot simpler of a task than it was when I was doing it in beige. Problem is, on Friday, it's about a 50% chance of rain, and Saturday is a 70% chance of rain. And again, I don't know if you know this or not, but painting in rain, ill-advised. So there is a Napa in the cusp. There's a Home Hardware in the cusp. I don't know if either one of them is stocking it. Yes, I could get on the phone and call. However, there's an awesome playground there, as you saw in the last video. The Pirate Princess would love to partake in that again today. Plus, we got to pick up some stuff. So Dad's going golfing again, summer in BC. So the three of us are going to hop in Mom's little Buick and we're going to rip into the cusp. And fingers crossed, I can find some more of this rubberized rocker guard spray. It's from a company called Dominion Sure Seal, right? And all the Napas in the area carry it, but the one in the cusp isn't popping up on the website. I'm hoping it's just because it's in the cusp and not because it doesn't have any in stock, but we shall see. It's a half an hour to the cusp, so an hour round trip. Again, I don't know if you know that. 1 hour, a lot shorter than 3 hours, so that is the plan for now, and then hopefully we can get her done. And if we can't, I guess we'll just be taking off the masking and letting Lucky solidify for the rest of the week in terms of her new paint job, and we'll have to remask everything later, because this is barely a coat and a half. You know, on what you can see covered. Again, because it's black, it definitely does a better job of covering stuff up, so there's that. But yeah, nothing left to do now but get back on the road and see what we can find in the cusp. Oh, away we go! Hardware store in the cusp. And I'll be. Heck yes. We can continue with our project. Oh, all right. Very cool. And it's an item that automatically gets restocked. So cool. Now we can go to the playground and I don't have to stress out about having a van that looks like a 5-year-old's art project. Hey, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Speaking of a 5-year-old, I believe she's probably somewhere in here with her grandmother. Hello, Mountaintop Coffee. Hang on. Hello.
Somebody might be getting a hot chocolate.
You're getting a hot chocolate in June.
Grandma got a hot drink too.
They had it done.
Oh,
So, and it's I bought them out. They only had 4, but it's an auto refill thing. They'll have more. She's like, we won't have any more this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
that's right, Tuesday.
Good to know. Home Hardware. Perfect. One for the Pirate Princess, one for Grandmama.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't need to sit anyway. My back will be bugging me. Another nice thing, too, was because they do the scene points, I had $10 to redeem.
There you go.
There's no good movies to see right now anyway.
Bonus.
Bonus! Here. Do you want to leave the lid off for now? Okay, there it is for when you're ready to rock and roll. Hot chocolate in June. All right, the ladies are enjoying their hot beverages. Figured I'd walk down to Napa anyway and just see if they have any in stock for future reference, and if they do, probably grab a couple, because Lord knows we're gonna need more than just 4 to finish Lucky, and we're here, so support local. It's also a lovely day to be walking up Broadway Street in the cusp. I really do love the fact that this town has become such a staple of my life since the majority of my family moved out here. It feels like home more and more year after year. There's also a good possibility that the second Home Hardware location in the cusp would carry it as well. We can check there too. This is Napa. You wouldn't know it unless you read the sandwich board outside. They must be redoing their signage or something. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so they have it as well, because he didn't have it right now. I asked him for it, and he said, I'll have it tomorrow. They only had 1 can in the warehouse, though, so he will restock the shelf tomorrow with a single can. Not going to trouble ourselves, but let's check the second location of Home Hardware, because what small town in BC is incomplete without 2 of them? And we're in luck, they're both open today. Hot damn. And they carry it as well. They only had one in stock. That was a long afternoon in the cusp, but got a few more coats on there. I essentially got this side done, even though it's not done. There's still 2 spray cans in there. I don't think I'm gonna push my luck and go anywhere else. We will just use them to touch up tomorrow. I'll let this dry overnight. And yeah, I really like the look of it. It's fun to do dramatic changes like this, you know, and this is way simpler than the beige. Probably means it's gonna cause me far more problems and flake off way easier than the beige, but it is what it is. Getting stuff done. I love this color. Brooke was just back here looking at it. She suggested pink. Pink highlights would go very well with black. I don't know if I see that happening, but speaking of things pink, we do got to get the Pirate Princess's flag back flying off the center mast there, but that definitely sounds like a future Matthew problem. So for now, I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to let Lucky sit. Hopefully we don't get any rain tonight. Yeah, come in a couple hours. That stuff should dry up fairly quickly. I'm going to say until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow.